Hey everybody, welcome back to World of Warcraft and Legion and my Gnome Priest. I have done some progress since last time. So, the queue to get into Ayabajara as a Shadow Priest, and if you're like, why'd you go as Shadow Priest DPS? Why not switch to Healer? Because I want to, enjoy going through Legion as a Shadow Priest because of Xalatath, you know? I've also been doing that with my Nightborn Mage that I've shown you guys, strictly as Arcane, because I want to hear what Alaneth has to say. I already went through the High Mountain dungeon as, Arcane, and Alaneth had a couple of funny things to say in there. Same thing with Xalatath. I was, sitting here, and Xalatath had a whisper where she said something like, "It's amazing how thin the wall is between the two forces here. Imagine what would really happen if the light and the void truly collided here." Just little things like that. So, I basically went through a good chunk of Azuna in the questing. I actually finished the Prince Ferondis questline, where he gave me the quest to go get the Tide Stone of Golganeth. So I had two quests to go into the Ivajara dungeon. So I did that. I've actually gotten my priest up to 25 here, which means I've gotten some other things here, such as Void Eruption, Shadow Fiend, and I mentioned before, Flash Heal's now changed to Shadow Mend, which is, it does do more heals statistically than Flash Heal did. I actually checked this, but still, Of course, as usual, part of the legacy of the Shadow Priest is how mana hungry they are, but anyways.
Something is amiss on this world.
Gazing through the lens of a powerful Naga will allow you to witness my vision. Well, I just happen to have one right here, Velen. You have returned, and just in time, it would seem. Yalia and Zabra have just finished crafting the elixir. This lens will allow you to see what I see when the vision begins. I have everything I need to bring forth a vision, but the question remains, are you ready to witness it? Even the smallest glimpse into the future can weigh heavy on your soul. Once I ingest the elixir, the vision will come quickly. Gazing into the lens of the tides will allow you to see what I see. Let me know when you are ready to begin.
You are the instrument.
Go ahead, Velen. Bottoms up.
Be just.
By the way, this is also kind of important. Like I said, the Paladin and Priest Order Hall campaigns basically coincide with each other. So the idea, what you see here is, of course, going to play a factor in both the Priest and Paladin one, especially given where they eventually end up. Just pointing that out in case you have done one or the other. But not both.
I see a great darkness looming over Netherlight Temple. The shadow of the Burning Legion, ready to strike. Our order will fall at his hands. Everyone within will perish. This will be our fate. We are doomed to die at the hands of the dread Lord Balnazar. This will be our fate. Unless I see a path that leads to our victory. You are there, walking with the light, guiding us all. It's becoming clear. An old enemy becomes an ally. Forgotten shadows rise. All unite under the light.
So, yeah, I find it funny. It's like, oh, under the light. I'm like, maybe also the void? Just saying, Velen. I am a Shadow Priest at the moment. Anyways. Yeah, that's also an implication as to a couple of things we are going to be doing in the priest campaign, as well as, of course, who we end up working with. So you probably noticed some of the paladins from that paladin campaign that I showed you some time ago.
Welcome your help.
Even Tyrosus was there.
We will not let this demon determine our fate. You have the power to change our future. I have seen the path to salvation, and you will lead us there. I must retire for now. The weight of this vision has taken its toll on my mind and body.
Many depend on you.
Oh my goodness. Looks like we now pick up a couple more champions. And a couple of other interesting things have popped up here. Let's start with Delos.
I am honored.
I cannot stand by idly and allow the Legion to destroy our home. I've been studying their language for some time, deciphering any runes that I can get my hands on, but my supply is severely limited. If I had more runes to study, it's possible that I may discover something that will help us in locating Balnazar.
Goddess Watcher.
So now we actually have to go out and collect some of these things in the Broken Isles. You can see some of the locations, mainly areas where demons are, of course. Moira.
Well, I'm listening.
Word of your leadership has spread rather fast. Priests of all sorts have traveled to the temple to lend their aid. We're lucky enough to have caught the eye of Vicar Eliza. She's quite the leader in her own right, commanding countless devotees to do her bidding without question. Speak to her now.
Well, go on. I have work to do.
We will accomplish much together.
We cannot ignore the Prophet's vision. To do so would mean that everything we know and hold dear would be lost to the Legion. We must focus on what we know, and that is that the light must walk among us. Within the halls of valor you will find an ascending Valkyr by the name of Hirja. Recover a spark of her light and release it within our temple.
So we have to go do the Halls of Valor dungeon, which for a Shadow Priest is actually awesome because there is one funny little tidbit in that dungeon that involves both Xalatath and Odin. In fact, I'm very much considering actually showing it to you on camera if I can actually get it, and I'll try and see if I can let the people who I get in the dungeon with, to actually kind of like stick around so they can actually see it, because I would actually like to show it to them. So
I am forsaken.
So, of course, here we can now recruit the other really strong troops over here.
Beware the living.
For the board missions. So I have to go out to those areas. Here. There's also this area in Suramar. These couple of areas in Valshara. These are just, some, little examples. Like, two of the mainly infested areas in the Broken Isles when it comes to, demons area, that the Legion have taken over are this place over here in Suramar, and of course the Faronar area right over here. This is just a completely, Legion dominated area. So this right here is definitely the main area to go and farm these runestones. It does take a while, if I recall. I think I recall spending quite a bit of time doing this, because it's not like you go out and 10 drops from one demon. At least I don't think so. Maybe they fixed it, who knows. But if I recall, it actually took a while where it was like 1 per, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be at this for a while. So, but hey, I'm also leveling, so you can see how much, I actually still have some rested XP left over. People are talking about how there's no extra XP on this heritage gear anymore, but the thing that I notice is that I'm leveling faster because this is getting consumed a whole lot less, so I still have more left over, even though she's only been offline for a little bit of time, and yet I have this much back when I had like this much. So, I'm able to have rested XP for a much longer period of time. So it's pretty awesome. So, I have to, I'm going to go out and farm the runestones, but I'm probably going to more than likely, I don't think I'm going to show the entire dungeon. What I really want to show you is the encounter with Odin. So I'm probably just going to make a little short part where I go in there, and I'm going to actually show it to you, like when I go out. Look at Shadow on the hind legs. So cute. Just love that so much. And I'll show you how Odin responds when Xal'atath actually asked me to ask Odin about a particular subject. So, and if you're wondering, oh, like how do you do that? You just have, as long as you have Xal'atath transmogged, you don't have to actually carry the actual Xal'atath item. You can just have a regular weapon transmogged to look like Xal'atath, and you will still get all the little whispers and everything from Xal'atath. That's what matters. People ask me all the time about whether or not you have to actually have it equipped or transmogged. A number of these things you can still get simply by having them transmogged. So, it's the same thing with some of the other weapons, like what I was saying about Aludeth earlier. So, I will see you guys in the Halls of Valor.